It's Tuesday, March 10th, and I'm T-Roy. Some things look valuable at first, but they don't last. Image doesn't last, attention doesn't last, approval doesn't last, and if we're not careful, we can build our peace on things that were never strong enough to hold us up in the first place. Proverbs 31:30 says, "Charm is deceptive, and beauty does not last, but a woman who fears the Lord will be greatly praised." Now, on the surface, this verse is talking about charm and beauty. But deeper than that, it's showing us the difference between what looks good on the outside and what actually has lasting value in the eyes of God. Because charm can impress people, appearance can attract people, image can fool people, but none of those things can sustain a life when everything starts shaking. And I think that matters in a season like mine, because when life changes, it's easy to start measuring yourself by outward things, how things look, what people think, who stayed, who left, whether your life still seems impressive, whether you still feel chosen, whether it looks like you're winning. But this verse reminds me that what matters most is not what looks good from the outside. What matters most is what is rooted in God. Right now, a lot in my life has shifted. There have been losses, uncertainty, disappointment, moments where I've had to sit with the reality that some things I hoped would last didn't. And in seasons like that, you start seeing clearly. You start realizing that some things were never as solid as they looked. Some relationships looked good, but weren't built deep. Some plans looked promising, but didn't hold. Some versions of peace were really just distractions. This verse calls me back to something deeper. It reminds me that a life anchored in reverence for God has more substance than anything built on image, charm, performance, or outward success. That means my worth is not based on whether everything in my life looks polished right now. It's not based on whether I seem unbothered. It's not based on whether the right people finally recognize my value. And it's not based on whether life looks beautiful from the outside. What lasts is my character. What lasts is my integrity. What lasts is a heart that keeps turning toward God. And honestly, that encourages me because it means I don't have to perform my way into peace. I don't have to pretend I'm fine to still be valuable. I don't have to chase appearance over substance. God is looking at what is real. He sees the heart that is still praying. He sees the heart that is still trying. He sees the heart that is still trusting Him, even while carrying pain, questions, and disappointment. That kind of life may not always get immediate applause from people, but it carries weight with God. So maybe today the question isn't, how does my life look? Maybe the better question is, what is God building in me? Because if He is building reverence, humility, steadiness, wisdom, and trust in you, then He is building something that lasts. And that matters more than image, more than timing, more than being admired, more than being desired, more than being understood by everybody around you. What God forms in you is deeper than what people see on you. So today, I just want to remind you, don't build your identity on what fades. Don't build your peace on what shifts. Don't build your worth on outward things that can disappear overnight. Build your life on God, because charm can deceive, beauty fades, image changes, but a heart that fears the Lord, that is where the real strength is. That's where the real beauty is. And that's what lasts. If this encourages you, even just a little bit, go ahead and hit like, subscribe to the channel, or share this with someone who needs strength today. And listen, don't try to walk this thing alone. Pull up to church this week, text somebody in the group chat, sit in a room where God is being lifted up. Your faith grows different when you're not isolated. And hey, real talk, if you're in a dark place right now, like really going through it, you don't have to carry that by yourself. Call or text 988. That's the Suicide Crisis Lifeline. It's free. It's 24/7. There's a real person who will listen. No judgment, just support. One day at a time. You matter. All right, see you tomorrow. Peace.